Alright everyone, welcome to today's video. I hope you all are doing well and staying blessed. If you guys are new here, my name is Jeremiah and I'm a small cap stock trader. Today is unfortunately a max loss red day. I am sitting in the red about $38. On the stream you'll only see that I'm down $28 at the low, but I came back and I took two more trades and I lost again. 10 more bucks. So it's a $38 red day. You guys are not going to be able to see the last two trades I took, but you will see everything building up to my $28 loss. And we'll go over that right now. So the first stock I traded was ELPW. Um, this stock is a Chinese company. It didn't have news, and it has a 2 million share float. Uh, I suppose the low float and the price are the silver lining. That's really all that's good about it, and the fact that it has people trading it. But in any case, I meant to take a dip here. I don't remember what exactly. I don't know. This is not a set where I usually take because that's not a dip and rip or a micro pullback. I just kind of jumped in. Anyways, that was a break-even trade. Don't know what the setup was there, realistically, but that was my first trade. Ended up being a 1 cent winner, but anyways, not anything I was stoked about. So I ended up jumping back in here, looking at the 10-second chart. I saw a bull flag forming, and I saw a burst of green there out of the corner of my eye. So I decided to jump in, give it a shot. The thing is with this, we can tell it's already pretty thickly traded, and it just slowly grinds higher when it does make a move up. And so we have a dip there, and then I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. And then try to get higher, try to go higher, but really we don't get that. And then course, after I sell, it goes another 12 cents higher, but I was at least able to get out green for a 6 cent a share winner. So this next trade I take was a very late entry. I got top tick. I absolutely uh, bumbled this trade. So I top ticked it. It didn't end up working anyways, even if I got on the micro pullback, like that first initial dip. If I got in there, it still wouldn't have worked, but I would have maybe been able to get out break even or for a smaller loss than what I got. That was about a 22-cent loser. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. So that brought me to red on the stock, $6 from up $2.70. So not crazy. It's not the end of the world after that, but I do end up rallying back up to green just on ELPW. So I took a trade down here. This is not one I usually take. And I think this is where I started to kind of let go of my rules here. And I think that's what caused me to spiral today. But this ends up working. And this may be a curse in disguise. The fact that this setup is working, and I know I'm not supposed to be taking this setup. I'm not supposed to be taking that setup. I don't know what the setup was. It was maybe anticipation for a first candle to make a new high, but I am supposed to be sticking to very few setups, especially in a market like this where we have, I mean, a stock like ELPW. It's a Friday. It's the end of the week. We're not expecting to see anything crazy pop up, but so I should have been taking it much slower than how aggressive I was today. Um, so that was fine that I won, but the bad part is that it's reinforcing a bad habit of taking trades that I'm not supposed to be taking. So I take another trade here. This is once again not a trade I usually take. First candle make a new high, but it's like a very weird. I guess maybe there's a flat top breakout. Flat top breakout. Holy. But I don't know. I mean, it's really not a super obvious setup by any means. I was looking to see if it wanted to touch 4, and then I sold it a little bit earlier than that. And then I got in on a small dip there. It fell for a second, and then I was looking to get out immediately. I was just scalping because I knew like this stock was so thickly traded. But we do have a cup and handle formation here. If you guys had seen that, so that was good, I suppose. But we didn't get great resolution on it. So I end up getting back to up $3 on this stock, which was honestly a fresh breath of air. I mean, being down $6 wasn't the end of the world, um, but I mean, certainly $3 is better. Being up three is better. Just the fact that I was green. And then everything went downhill from here. All right, so the next stock I traded was NTIP, and this stock has a float of 14 million shares, which is a higher float, along with the fact that it is a lower price stock. I didn't even realize the float was that high. I thought it was actually a lot lower, but I guess not. So 14 million share float. The price was about $2 when I traded it. And as I know, and some of you may know, I don't really do well on $2 stocks, or they're just not. They're not for my. They're not suited well for my strategy. Um, I like stocks that pull away. This one obviously seemed like it was pulling away, but quickly proved me wrong. Um, so I jumped in here for a micro pullback on the 10-second, and immediately it starts rejecting. I'm like, bro, like what is that? Price action, right? And then we hold up there, but we do squeeze right after that. And I end up getting filled at 24, which is generous because I thought that was actually going to be a loss. But it ends up going up to 240, 241, 246, even higher. So had I just sold there, I mean, I would have made a decent amount. Actually, 20 cents on 40 shares would be about like $8. So not bad. There's a micro pullback here. Ends up going up a little bit, and I sell for some profit. And now I'm up like $5 on this stock. Two like very iffy trades, and it starts to pull away a little more there, and I'm like, okay, wait, wow. And so okay, I guess I was wrong when I said it's only downhill from after that. So I guess there was a little bit of an uphill, continued rise in my P&L, but after I think that was the last bit of fun I had right there, and I ended up going red on it, and so from $5 in the green to $5 in the red on it, and it would have been a fine time to walk away here, but for some reason I decided to take a trade here. This is never a setup I would take in a rational state of mind. Like we have this huge rejection candle here. Oh my gosh, just looking at this makes me sick. So I end up going down $16 on the stock after only being down 5 originally, but I got stubborn and I held this. And I had the chance to get out almost break even. I could have gotten out right there and it would have been like a $1 loss. But I decided to get stubborn. So today, for some reason, I got stubborn and it backfired. You know, I could have been $3 in the red on the day and called it, but I decided to overstay my welcome, and I'm taking trades I don't even ever take. Under VWAP, this is something that I'm never supposed to do. I'm never supposed to take a trade under VWAP, especially as it's selling off. No dips under VWAP, because this is what will happen. So now I'm down $22 on $23 on it, and I'm down $20 on the day. And once again, I'm going for a trade I never take, or setup I never take. Red to green move, and once again, false breakout. It's so obvious that shorts are. There's a lot of selling pressure, whatever it is, whether it's insider selling or the company is selling. I don't know who's selling, but there's clearly a lot of selling pressure. And I mean, to have this many red candles in a row, it should have been a no-brainer to realize that this was going to be a bull trap. And so, I mean, obviously anything can happen, but you know, more often than not, when we see selling pressure like that, it's going to continue lower. And it's unfortunate. I mean, I traded it on the way down, and that was my mistake. So I paid the price for it. Brought myself down to $26 in the red on this stock, and I think I took one more trade. And yeah, I went red on ELPW just to add some icing to the cake. I get in here, I get caught in rejection. Now I'm down $2 on ELPW, which it obviously isn't bad, but going from green to red on it is just so frustrating. So now I'm down $28 on the day. and I end my stream because I'm like, if I don't walk away right now, I will keep trading. So I apologize for those of you who are on my stream and I just abruptly ended it, but I had to walk away. Unfortunately, I ended up walking back to my screen. I actually didn't walk back. I was just sitting down here at my desk, and I had my scanner open. That was the mistake. And I saw, I think it was, I don't remember what, I think it was STI. It was another stock that was popping up, and I jumped in, and once again, I got caught in another rejection. Um, so that's super frustrating, and I am not proud at all about my trading today. Not happy about it. Um, so going to next week, I will have to stick to one or two setups. I'm still deciding what might be the best setup for me to take in this type of market. I mean, as you guys can tell on this stock, it was pretty difficult to jump in on a micro pullback with all these, I mean, for example, I tried to jump in on one there, we get a rejection. If you try to jump in on one there, you would have got caught in a rejection. I mean, even if you got in here, it pops up and then rejects. If you got in here, rejection. Got in here is rejection. So, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you have to really get a good read of the stock to know what kind of setups are even going to work on it. And for ELPW, it just doesn't seem like there's any clear path. It's really just choppy and unpredictable price action, in my opinion. I think maybe, I mean, if you got in as it got back above view app, maybe that would work. Yeah, maybe the view app setup, but you really have to get a good read and just see what the stock likes to do, because clearly this one doesn't reward many of the setups that I like to take. But there's always a setup that will work on it. Clearly, we have some support here at VWAP. But yeah, so I end up going. I'm gonna go over the one other trades I took actually for you guys. Okay, so I have LIDR pulled up. This stock was popping up this. I mean at the open, but I guess it was popping up before too a little bit. This did not hit the scanner, but you guys can see like the micro pullback wasn't really working as well. The one I like to take where it just dips for a second and then it goes. We usually are seeing red candles now. We're not really seeing that instant resolution, but I think that also comes with the colder market. There's slower resolution, so the instant micro pullback doesn't work as well. And I guess obviously if there was a stock that had really great news, it may be different, but not today. So SST was the other stock I traded, and oh my gosh. Once again, I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, I tried to show you guys my trading records on the 10-second chart, but I think I can find them for you guys. So I took what, one, two. Oh, I actually took 3 trades on this. I took one trade on LIDR that was like break even, but first trade on this was break even. I believe I bought in. Where did I buy in? Why doesn't it show my trading records? Is my question. Okay, so I jumped in here for a micro pullback right here, and then it just sold off. Okay, so it just sold off, and it says I took 3 trades in this one candle, apparently. Okay, so we had one break even, one was a 20-cent loser, and the next was a 10, a little bit less than a 10-cent loser, about 8 or 7 cents of a loser. Anyways, I don't know why I decided to keep trading. I tried to take a dip here, I think. That's what I tried to do. I tried to take a dip as it came back up. I tried to take a dip and then I got stopped out again. Why did I take that? So it sold off super rationally. Like from my entry here originally, it just sold off like crazy. And I end up like, I don't know where I sold. So 22. Yeah, I sold pretty low. And then I tried to buy the dip. I bought that at 32 as it came back up. And then once again, it just flushes even lower and I end up selling there at 25. Just getting absolutely chopped out. And so that ended up being a $10 loss or $11 loss on SST. Just some icing on the cake. So I'm down $38 today. I'm not happy with a red day, and especially not one where I overtraded and traded lower quality setups. and took setups that I don't ever take. Like I really don't really I don't take setups like that. The ones I took today. I don't know. Maybe I didn't sleep well. I can tell my ability to speak right now is not as good as it usually is, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's been a long week. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I hope you guys can learn from my mistakes so you don't make the same ones. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.